South Korea is a great country. There's a lot to see in the capital from the ancient time with kings, great food, nature and modern life. But South Korea also has a lot of other interesting cities that I will recommend you to visit as well if you want to get to know this country's culture, history and traditions. Hey everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel Maria's Travel Tips. In this video I'll give you some ideas about what to see and eat if you are going to South Korea. I will tell you about South Korea's capital Seoul, a very old city called Gyeongju, which has old historical monuments, and a city in the south named Busan, with an exciting cultural village and a famous fish market, which is selling all kinds of species from the ocean, some I have never even seen before. For example, can you guess what this fella is called? I will tell you later. But just so you know, I'm not going to give you a full description of each city, because that would make this video too long. So if you're interested in knowing more about each place, I have made a video about each city with a lot more details and travel tips. Now let's start with Seoul. South Korea's capital has a lot to offer and is rich in history and culture. It is an interesting city because you can visit several old palaces and get a good impression of the ancient times. I think that going to the Changdeokgung Palace, which has been on UNESCO's World Heritage List since 1997, is a must. Today the palace is considered to be the most well-preserved royal resident place of all the Joseon period. We also really enjoyed seeing the Bukchon Hanok village in Seoul. The village has over 900 traditional houses called hangs, and it's a very special area with their unique architecture. It should also, without question, be on your to-see list. Seoul consists of old buildings mixed with the new modern buildings. But if you want to know more about the old Seoul, I would definitely recommend you take a walk on the Seoul Wall. First of all, it is free, but you also get a beautiful view over the city and learn about the history. In my video about Seoul, I'll tell you more about the wall in Seoul and what you need to know to go there. The next thing is of course the food and shopping. If you go to the city's famous street, Myeongdong, you can combine the two things. There are a lot of temptations on the street and it's a really good place to try local food. There are so many different snacks that you might have trouble deciding what to eat. But at the same time where you can get really nice food in your belly, you can also shop and for example get a new pair of earrings. What's not to like? Another thing to try in South Korea is the country's famous dish, Bibimbap. This is the fish version because it comes in different variations, but the traditional Bibimbap consists of a steaming bowl of rice topped with various vegetables, stir-fried beef and egg, all of which are mixed at the table with wet paper paste added to taste. I tried the traditional but also with octopus and yet this one with fish, and trust me, I was never disappointed. Moving on to the city Gyeongju, which is the Asian capital of the Shilla Kingdom. You can go there by train or bus. We went with bus and it took 4 hours from Seoul. When you get there, the city looks like a normal Korean modern city, but the city has many treasures of the ancient past from old places, museums and special tombs. So if you are interested in the Korean culture and history, this is definitely the place you want to go for a couple of days. We stayed for a couple of days and saw the Bulguksa temple, which was built in 528. Today the Bulguksa temple is home to many important cultural relics, and it is on the World Cultural Heritage by UNESCO. The royal tombs in the city are also a must to see during your stay. There are more than 20 large and small tombs in the park that will cost you less than $2 to see. The Gyeongju National Museum is one of Korea's largest museums in the whole country. It houses numerous historical and cultural artifacts of the Shilla dynasty and it is free to go there. The museum offers 3 permanent exhibition galleries, including the Shilla History Gallery and Shilla Art Gallery, and you can really dig into the Asian history and see many treasures for that period. If you also would like to see some nature, you can go hiking and exploring the mountain Namsam in Gyeongju. You can go there by taking the bus. It is free to hike on the mountains, so you get to experience nature and a history at the same time, because the mountains has numerous Buddhist relics from the Shilla kingdom. It is also on the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Namsan contains 13 royal tombs, 150 temple sites, 130 stone Buddhas and carvings, and a lot more. Busan was a very interesting city. We had a few days in the city, but enough time to explore its character. The Jagalchi fish market is a really funny thing to see. There are all kinds of creatures from the sea like octopus, lobster, oyster, crabs, and all other kinds of fish. And yes, back to this fella. It is called a penis worm, and I've never seen it before. You can eat it at the fish market, and another good place to go on an empty stomach is the Gyeongju market. There was so much delicious food that I actually found it hard to decide what to eat. What I really liked about the Korean food is the flavors, and the food is made just in front of you. Besides being in a food paradise, Busan has a very special place that you should prioritize to go during your stay. That is the Busan Gamcheon Cultural Village. This area has become one of Busan's most visited tourist attractions. The area is known for its street and colorful painted houses, which has been installed and enhanced in recent years to attract tourism. We really enjoyed going around and see all the different types of paintings and art galleries in the village. So this was a short video about which city I think you should visit if you're going to South Korea. Like I said earlier, if you want to know more about each city, I have made a video about Seoul, Busan and Gyeongju with more details and travel tips from each place. I hope you will subscribe for more videos, and feel free to comment if you have any questions and I will get back to you. Have a good day and bye bye.